Let's be honest. Most people don't start investing because they think they need a lot of money. They look online, see people trading with thousands, and think, that's not for me. Take John, for example. He's 30, lives with his parents, and earns about 1,200 euros a month. He wants to invest, but every time he sees those flashy finance videos, he feels it's impossible. How can I invest, he says, when I barely have anything left after bills? But here's the truth. John doesn't need a lot of money to start investing. He just needs time, consistency, and the right mindset. In this video, we'll walk through exactly how John and you can start investing, even if you feel broke right now. The biggest reason people don't invest is simple. They overestimate how much they need to begin. Most people say, once I make more money, I'll start, but that someday never comes. John used to think the same way. He believed investing was only for people who already had money. But what he didn't realize is that the hardest part of investing isn't having the money. It's getting started. The moment you invest that first 10 euros or 20 euros, you change your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who can't afford to invest and start seeing yourself as an investor. The funny thing is, most people already invest, just not in assets. They invest in new phones, nights out, subscriptions, and that's fine, but those things don't grow. Once you realize every euro has the potential to work for you, you stop seeing saving as a sacrifice and start seeing it as an opportunity. Let's go back to John. He decides to start small, 100 euros a month. That's about 3 euros and 20 cents a day, one less drink and a snack. If John earns an average return of 8% per year, after 20 years he'd have over 57,000 euros. That's not from luck. It's from compounding. His money earning more money over and over again. Albert Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And for good reason. It rewards time and consistency, not size. Compounding doesn't just happen with money, it happens with habits too. Think about it. John isn't doing anything crazy. He's not day trading or gambling. He's just letting time do the heavy lifting. The secret of building wealth isn't intensity, it's consistency. Most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10. That's why compounding looks boring in the beginning and amazing in the end, because the results come all at once, after years of quiet growth. Every time John invests, he reinforces his identity as someone who builds wealth. That mental compounding is just as powerful as the financial one. This is what John used to say all the time. Between rent, food, and small everyday expenses, he felt like there was nothing left. But one day he tracked his spending for a week and realized something shocking. He spent 30 euros a month on takeout, 20 euros on random online stuff, and another 20 euros on subscriptions he didn't use. That's 70 euros a month he could have invested. He didn't have to earn more. He just needed to redirect his spending. If you can find even €1 a day that isn't helping you long-term, that's your investment money right there. The goal isn't to sacrifice, it's to reallocate. For John, that small shift changed everything. He didn't suddenly become rich, but he stopped feeling powerless. Every time he invested a few euros, he felt like he was taking control. And that's something money can't buy. Confidence. Once you realize you're in control, you start seeing opportunities everywhere. A side hustle, a better budget, or even learning new skills that increase your income later. When John first looked into investing, he was overwhelmed. Stocks, crypto, ETFs, too many options. So he kept it simple. ETFs, exchange-traded funds, baskets of stocks that track big indexes like the S&P 500. They let him own a small piece of hundreds of companies at once. Fractional shares. He didn't need 300 euros to buy Apple. He could buy 5 euros worth of Apple. Low-cost index funds, great for long-term investing with minimal effort. John realized that starting small was more important than starting perfectly. And here's something interesting. John didn't start perfectly. His first ETF choice wasn't ideal, and he even missed a few deposits in the beginning. But that's okay because success in investing doesn't require perfection, it requires participation. The act of getting started teaches you more than months of overthinking ever could. You can always adjust later, but you can't compound time you never use. So just start, even if it's €10 a month. At first, John tried to invest whenever he remembered, but after a few months, he stopped. Then he set up an automatic transfer of €25 every month. No decisions, no emotions. It just happened. And suddenly he was consistent. Automation removes emotion, and emotion is the enemy of consistency. People who automate their finances invest more and stress less. Because investing should feel boring. That's when it's working. Everyone wants to find the perfect time to invest. But the truth is, the perfect time doesn't exist. If you wait for the right moment, you'll miss years of growth. Think about it. People who started investing during 2008 or 2020 saw markets crash. But those who stayed consistent came out far ahead. Waiting for perfection usually means missing opportunity. John finally understood this. He stopped worrying about timing and started focusing on time in the market, not timing the market. John made his share of mistakes too. He bought a few hot stocks a friend recommended and lost money. But he learned 3 lessons. Always build an emergency fund first. 3 to 6 months of expenses gives you freedom not to sell investments when life happens. Don't chase hype. Stick to simple, proven strategies. Don't check your investments every day. That only creates anxiety. Once a month is enough. Mistakes aren't failure. They're tuition. Everyone pays it in the beginning. After a year, John wasn't rich, but his mindset had changed completely. He realized that wealth doesn't grow overnight. It grows like a tree, slowly, quietly, and then all at once. Most people quit because they don't see fast results, but John stayed consistent. And that consistency, not luck, not timing, is what builds freedom. For John, freedom doesn't mean quitting his job or buying a sports car. It means knowing he's moving forward. Every month, his money is working quietly in the background. And that's the kind of peace of mind most people never experience because they never start. Wealth isn't about numbers. It's about control, confidence, and the ability to breathe easier about the future. So if you've ever said, I can't start investing because I don't have enough money, remember this. You can't afford not to start. Every euro you invest today buys you freedom tomorrow. Start small, automate it, stay consistent, and give your money time to work. If John can do it with €1,200 a month, so can you. Because investing isn't about how much you start with, it's about starting. What about you? Are you already investing small amounts or planning to start soon? Let me know in the comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more personal finance content. Thanks for watching. And remember, small steps today lead to big freedom tomorrow.